The EX90, the latest arrival from Volvo, a car company that has spent nearly a century doing things its own way.
Now with this EX90, they've created, well, their new flagship, and in typical Volvo fashion, there's not a whole lot of compromise. It's big, a 7-seat SUV, and it's fully electric. I'll tell you something else as well. This could be the best Volvo ever made. Welcome to The Garage.
You're watching The Garage, your front row seat to the world's best cars, driven first on Kiwi roads. This is New Zealand's Drive. Okay, I'm going to start with an explanation. You see, when Volvo first announced the EX90, it was as the replacement for the XC90, which for 2 decades has been Volvo's top model. But things changed, so now EX90 and XC90 share the limelight.
I'm going to stick with the whole showbiz thing, which I know is the last thing Volvo are, but just bear with me here. The EX90 might be the star billing, but you see the XC90, well, it's still a hit with fans, and Volvo, being the pragmatic bunch they are, well, they revamped it and it's still on the market alongside the EX90. In fact, there's a link to watch our drive of the XC90 below.
Now, the EX might resemble the XC silhouette, but it is all new. A new platform, new architecture, new thinking about what a premium family SUV should be in 2026. And you can see it. The design is calm, confident. The Thor's hammer headlights are there. Of course, they always will be. But everything around them has been refined. To sum it up in the best possible Volvo tradition, it's understated. Understated but not undersized. At 5 metres long and nearly 2 metres wide, it has presence, but it doesn't shout. It simply arrives, especially in the unassuming beige tones. It's a calm colour that hides a lively powertrain.
The version we're driving, it's the one you want. Even if I'm going to be honest, it's not the one you need. You don't need a 7-seat SUV with 500 kilowatts that'll go from 0 to 100 in 4.2 seconds.
This version is called the Ultra Twin Motor Performance. It's a car that now matches the best German EVs for performance as well as design. And inside, if you love the Scandi vibe, Sweden really does beat Germany. The materials are exceptional, sustainable, recycled where possible, but never at the expense of quality. It feels premium in a way that, well, money alone can't buy. It just feels considered.
Man, then there are the seats. They don't just look good, they feel amazing. Nobody does seats as well as the Swedes. I know I've said that before, and I'll keep saying it as long as they're this damn comfortable, but you know, the whole interior, I don't want to just pick on the whole Scandinavian thing, but it's a fact. It's like it's been designed by some Scandinavian architect rather than an automotive product committee. When it comes to interiors, Volvo really are in a class of one. Let's talk interior space. Plenty of room in the first 2 rows. It's tighter in the back, and I should point out Volvo actually say these seats are for kids. I did come across a review that said an adult could travel in the back for short journeys. I think that might have been a typo. A short adult could travel in here for a journey.
Now, the touchscreen runs Google's Android Automotive. It's clean, intuitive, and for me, who's actually a bit of an Apple fan, I'm going to admit, and I've used this a lot in Polestars, it is the best screen-based system around.
On the road, the first thing you notice is, well, the refinement. Even on a really gnarly coarse chip road like this, it's silent and it can just float along. I'm in standard mode right now. You can tighten things up with performance mode, but it is really what stands out. Probably not a surprise, it's just what Volvo do. They're calming cars. Well, here's what surprises. Yes, this is a big car. It's a 7-seat SUV. I keep going on about that. But you select performance mode, and again, like with so many cars nowadays, everything just tightens up. I'm not going to say it's a sports car. It's not that. That'd be going too far. What it is properly impressive.
That composure comes from a very clever chassis. It combines the twin electric motors and torque vectoring to add grace to what is a 2.5-ton SUV.
But then you put your foot down and it happens again. These big EVs, they do it every time. They sort of bend physics. I said it before, 4.2 seconds to 100 in a 7-seat SUV. It is actually physics defying. But I shouldn't be surprised because so many of these big EVs can do it now. I drove the Porsche Cayenne Turbo recently and I think I called the performance ridiculous. I'd almost use the same word here. I need to come up with another one. Stupendous. Oh, stupid. Stupidly awesome.
The EX90 is also built around Volvo's most advanced safety suite ever. You're probably not surprised to hear that. Cameras, radars, sensors create a full 360-degree picture, like a force field. There's driver alertness monitoring and the ability to bring itself to a safe stop if the driver can't. Of course, it's got 5 stars, and you're probably not surprised to know the highest scores in its class for safety.
In other words, or put it very simply, this is about the safest place your family could be on the road.
Range is 600 kilometres WLTP from the 106 kilowatt-hour battery. Yes, it's a big one. And if you need to top up, 10 to 80% in around 22 minutes on a fast charger.
And speaking of versatility, this car is as in bi-directional. Yes, it's wired up, so not only can it charge, but it can also, well, effectively power your home. It's like a big, giant, moving battery.
That said, you might not need to go inside. I've saved what I reckon maybe is the best till last. Not many homes can match this sort of audio setup. A 25-speaker Bowers & Wilkins audio system, 1,600 watts, complete with an Abbey Road studio mode. So you can hear Drive My Car like the Beatles did while you drive your car.
You know I joked about the colour earlier, but I'm going to come back to it. It feels like some sort of Volvo understated joke. Bear with me here. When you take this car in after all the time I've spent in it, the ride comfort, the power of that dual motor setup, the technology, the safety systems, the sound system, and then those incredible seats. There is so much going on in this car that I reckon the last thing it actually is beige.